Welcome back to How to Build a Tyranny, the step-by-step breakdown of how democracies unravel, often to the sound of applause. Today's lesson, Step 3, build a paramilitary. Because once you've identified your enemies and started locking them up, you'll need someone, not bound by pesky things like laws or ethics, to keep things under control. Authoritarians have always needed enforcers outside the formal military and police. Why? Because regular law enforcement might still be tied to the Constitution. But a paramilitary force, they're loyal to you, not the country. Enter the American version. Trump's version of a paramilitary doesn't come in uniforms. Well, unless you count tactical vests and Punisher patches. They're patriot militias. They're volunteer protectors. They're the good guys with guns. And now, in 2025, they're being invited into politics. Literally. In several red states, these groups are now being deputized to assist law enforcement at protests, border crossings, and even polling places. Nothing says free and fair democracy like being watched by a guy in camo with an AR-15 and a flag that says, "Come and take it." From backup to vigilantes, what starts as support quickly becomes vigilantism. These groups show up where the government doesn't, because often they've been quietly encouraged to do so. Universities with protests? They're there. Migrant shelters? They're there. Pride parades? You guessed it. They're there. Not to protect, to intimidate, to escalate, to send a message. We're watching, and we're not bound by the same rules. Mussolini had the black shirts. Hitler had the brown shirts. Pinochet had civilian informants. Trump has the keyboard warriors turned weekend commandos. Same playbook, just with more camo and TikToks. But wait, it's not just civilians. It's not all untrained freelancers. Trump is also reshaping federal forces to be more loyal, more aggressive, and more insulated from oversight. Think new units with vague mandates, border patrols with expanded arrest powers, election security teams answerable to Trump loyalists. This is how you blend government muscle with private loyalty. It's not a militia, it's a personal army in all but name. Democracy depends on independent institutions. Authoritarianism depends on personal loyalty and the threat of violence. When people with guns answer to one man, not the law, it's not law and order, it's a warning. Step 3. Build a paramilitary. Checked. And yes, they're already at the door. Coming up in Step 4, watch everyone. Surveillance isn't just for spying anymore, it's for silencing. Because in tyranny, Big Brother doesn't just watch, he remembers.